Green Bay Packers situation right now is not only extremely successful, but it's just downright weird in my opinion. Like, what is going on in this organization with its superstar player and how everything is essentially controlled chaos is absolutely insane to me. Now, before we get to the content, if you subscribe and turn on our notifications, you have entered for a chance to win a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X. I'm going to be announcing the giveaway winner tomorrow on my community tab on this channel. Our next giveaway is either going to be multiple copies of Madden 22, or it could be the same exact giveaway we just did for a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X. All you have to do to enter for that is follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And I'm just going to choose a couple of my followers on Twitter and Instagram to win. And now that we get all of that out of the way, break! Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? The Aaron Rodgers situation with the Green Bay Packers essentially came to a close about a week ago, but the way it ended was really interesting if you paid attention to the details, because it kind of seemed like Aaron Rodgers was just starting his season because he didn't want to lose out on an opportunity to potentially win a Super Bowl, and things between him and the Green Bay Packers made it seem like, okay, let's just drag this on for one more year and we'll see where we are at the end of this year. Aaron Rodgers came out and we made a video on this. Make sure you check that out. That got copyright claimed, by the way, by the NFL. So if you could leave this video a like so we could keep this channel going, that'd be greatly appreciated. But we made a video on that where Aaron Rodgers pretty much came in and absolutely ethered his entire front office and his organization for a couple of missteps they made throughout the entirety of his career. And honestly, it was awesome. It was really nice to see a quarterback that, in my opinion, should have gotten more respect from his front office throughout the entirety of his career come in and call out the front office and be transparent about why he was frustrated with the front office. For the most part, he was mad that whenever he gave input on specific decisions, such as make sure you retain specific players, especially if these players wouldn't really be expensive to retain, even though they're not the most productive players anymore, they are still vital to this team's chemistry, and it's better to keep them than let them go.
I wanted to help the organization maybe learn from them some of the mistakes in the past, in my opinion, about the way that some of the outgoing veterans were treated, and just the fact that we didn't retain a number of players that I felt like were core players to our foundation, our locker room, high character guys. I'm talking about Charles Woodson, Jordy Nelson, Julius Peppers, Clay Matthews, Randall Cobb, James Jones, John Kuhn, Brett Good, TJ Lang, Brian Balaga, Casey Hayward, Micah Hyde, guys who were exceptional players for us, but great locker room guys, high character guys. Many of them who weren't offered a contract at all, or were extremely lowballed, or were, maybe in my opinion, not given the respect on the way out that guys of their status and stature and high character deserved.
Now, the thing that makes this entire situation just straight up weird is the fact that Aaron Rodgers was frustrated with the fact that the Green Bay Packers drafted his replacement, Jordan Love, in the 2020 NFL Draft in the first round. They traded up to select him. And while many people love to compare the Jordan Love pick to the situation that Aaron Rodgers found himself in the beginning of his NFL career, we've mentioned multiple times on this channel that it's not the same thing at all. Aaron Rodgers was considered to be one of the players that could have been selected at the top of the 2005 NFL Draft. It was actually a possibility that he could have gone to the San Francisco 49ers #1 overall. The question was it going to be him or Alex Smith? The 49ers selected Alex Smith. Aaron Rodgers began to take a tumble, and he fell to the Packers' laps at the number 24 pick. The Packers said, okay, Brett Favre is getting up there in years. This is a guy that could have been selected #1 overall. Why not at the very least take a flyer on him? They did. He sat down for a couple of years behind Brett Favre. There was drama between those two, even though Aaron Rodgers is going to say something completely different in this video. And eventually Aaron Rodgers took over in a way that I guess was kind of awkward. But in this situation, Aaron Rodgers was performing fairly well for the Green Bay Packers. He just took them to an NFC championship, and then the Packers traded up to select a quarterback that was literally essentially the fourth best quarterback, arguably, in that entire NFL draft. So it is a little bit different in this scenario, but what was strange about this situation is now that Aaron Rodgers won an MVP, he is closer to the end of his career than the beginning of his career. You would think that the Green Bay Packers would say, okay, his value is at its absolute peak. This is the perfect time to sell high on Aaron Rodgers, get multiple first-round picks in return for him, and maybe speed up our mini rebuild and bridge the gap between Aaron Rodgers to our next QB in Jordan Love. But it looks like the Green Bay Packers got cold feet, because when Aaron Rodgers said, hey, if you want to go ahead and make a move, if you want to go ahead and trade me, you can go ahead and do it, I'd accept it. The Packers said, no. You are the defending MVP. Jordan Love could sit down for another year or two. We want to keep you. So now Jordan Love is essentially in limbo. Aaron Rodgers is back as the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, but their arrangement is a little bit stranger than you think, because he agreed to a deal that restructures his existing deal and voids his contract in the 2023 season. But Aaron Rodgers could potentially be out sooner than that, and I'll tell you what we're talking about in just a second. This is coming to us according to Jay Glazer, but in the meantime, Aaron Rodgers actually came out and gave us a little bit of an update as to how his relationship with Jordan Love is, saying that when he wasn't available during the offseason, he still reached out and kept in touch with Jordan Love. And this is exactly what he said. I just reached out. I reached out a number of times to check on him and see how he's doing. I didn't hold things from him. I let him know where I was at mentally and what I was thinking about, and hopefully he appreciated that. I just felt that that's what I would want in that situation, just to hear from the guy. And also there's a love and an appreciation and a friendship there, just like it was with me and Brett. So I wanted to make sure I checked in with him and let him know I was thinking about him, which is extremely wholesome, especially if you pay attention to what Aaron Rodgers says about Jordan Love next. I have a lot of respect and love for Jordan, and I understand it's got to be tough what he went through. I went through it for 2 years in the offseason, going in 2006 and 2007, and I was the guy the entire offseason, going through quarterback school, going through most of the OTAs, taking all the reps, and then here comes Favre coming back, and obviously I'm back on the bench. Thankfully, I went through that, and I can understand a little bit about what he's going through, so I try to keep that in mind the entire time, which is very true. Although the storyline behind both of these quarterbacks getting drafted is similar, the struggle that both Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers had to go through before becoming the succession plan is definitely near identical, if not identical. So it seems like Aaron Rodgers is being a little bit more compassionate about Jordan Love's situation, which is good, because I think in the back of Aaron Rodgers' mind, he knows that he is not going to be a Green Bay Packer for much longer. Now, we've covered this in rumor videos in the past that Aaron Rodgers was actually out trying to recruit other players to potentially team up on other teams. And I was thinking at the time that it may have been too late. Free agency already ended by the time those rumors were coming out. Then I kind of realized that, hey, he might be planning for his future. He might be reaching out to players that might be free agents during the time where he'd want to hit the open market and trying to find a path to a new team. Now, check this out. According to Jay Glazer of Fox Sports, he reported that the Green Bay Packers have verbally agreed to trade Aaron Rodgers if he still wants out after the 2021 NFL season. Now, that's very interesting considering how Aaron Rodgers wanted out this past offseason and the Green Bay Packers weren't willing to trade him. You have to wonder what would be different in this upcoming offseason that would result in them finally being willing to trade Aaron Rodgers. Maybe it's the fact that it's time to put Jordan Love in and see what they have in Jordan Love. I don't necessarily know what the difference would be this upcoming offseason as opposed to previous offseasons, but according to this report, it's not necessarily in his contract. It's not in writing. It's a handshake deal. And both Chris Sims and Paul Allen have said that Aaron Rodgers believed the Packers had agreed to trade Rodgers during the most recent offseason and that the team eventually resisted. So it's very hard to really trust the Green Bay Packers in this situation. I've said before that I do think it would have been in their best interest to trade Aaron Rodgers to a team like the Denver Broncos, who would have happily probably given up the number 9th overall pick in this year's NFL draft and maybe future first round picks as well for a quarterback that's on the wrong side of 30. But hey, I'm not an NFL GM. This is just me thinking in the realm of economics and in terms of what you could get in value and productivity for a specific player. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about all this information, and make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications for a chance to win a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X on this channel. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.